I'm from New Colors Academy and I'll be solving the maths paper for you, the CDS2 2018 paper. The maths paper has been very easy paper and it will also help you score a lot many marks. See, in the maths paper, as I've seen the paper, there are 55 to 60 questions which are less than a minute itself. So if you were to do these questions in 1 hour, you get 50 marks. And अगर आप cutoffs की बात करें, the cutoff for serious IMA has not gone beyond 125. So if you're scoring, say for example, 60 marks even in mathematics section, you require just 65 in your GK and English section. So mathematics makes a very important role. In this video, I'm not going to do all the questions, but I'm going to first classify the easiest questions for you, which would have taken less than a minute to solve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out those questions for you from your paper and I'm going to solve those questions for you, which are again less than a minute. So what your objective here is, the majority of you जो आप गलती करते हो, आप first to 100 try करते हो solve करने का step by step. No, the way you solve the paper is you start with something very easy first, do those questions, and then with the difficulty level you keep on doing it and doing it. Now that is where the practice comes into being. So without taking much time, since there's paucity of time, I will start with the questions. I have set D with me, and since you all have the same paper or the same set of questions, go through the same. So set D का मैं 100 questions से start करता हूँ. 12 persons can paint 10 identical rooms. मैंने क्या किया? मैंने persons लिखे. कितने rooms थे? 12 persons, 10 identical rooms in how many days? Is 16. ये आपका unitary method का question है. In how many days X can 8 persons paint 20 such rooms? That's the question. अब unitary method में क्या नहीं given? आपका number of days. So X becomes equal to 16. 12 persons काम खत्म करने के लिए 16 दिन लगाते हैं, तो 8 आदमी दिन ज्यादा लगाएंगे, but obvious. 10 रूम पेंट करने के लिए 16 दिन लग रहे हैं, तो 20 रूम पेंट करने के लिए दिन ज्यादा लगेंगे. If I cancel it, यहां से 2 रह गया, यहां से ये कैंसिल किया, कितना आया? 48 days. Is that clear? Moving ahead. Question number 99. X and Y can together finish a piece of job in 6 days. X alone can do the job in 12 days. Time work का question है. इसमें हम मेथड क्या करते हैं? नंबर ऑफ डेज का एलसीएम ले लेते हैं. That becomes my total work. Total work comes out to be 12. 12 by 6 कितना हुआ? 2. 12 by 12 कितना हुआ? 1. तो x plus y की एफिशिएंसी 2 है, x की एफिशिएंसी 1. तो y की एफिशिएंसी क्या हो जाएगी? Again 1. Total work is 12, efficiency is 1. How many days? 12 days is your answer. Next question 98 question है, आप अपने पेपर्स में चेक करो. A thief वाला है. A thief steals a car parked in a house and goes away with a speed of 40 kilometers per hour. The theft was discovered after half an hour. Thief की स्पीड थी 40 kilometers per hour. आधे घंटे में कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल करेगा वो? 20 kilometers. That means उसके पास 20 kilometers की edge है. And immediately the owner sets off in another car with a speed of 60 km per hour. Owner की स्पीड क्या है? 60. thief की क्या है? 40 km per hour. That means एक घंटे में owner 20 किलोमीटर कवर करेगा and उसने यहां पे भी 20 किलोमीटर कवर करना था. That means to cover 20 kilometers he has to travel for 1 hour. How much distance did he travel? 60 kilometers. ओनर ने तो 60 किलोमीटर ट्रैवल किया, तो थीफ को कितना टाइम लगाएगा? 60 by 40 डिस्टेंस अपॉन स्पीड गिव्स अस द टाइम 1.5 hours. सो ये जो क्वेश्चन है आई एक्सपेक्ट कि आप ओरली कर सकते हैं. दिस वुड बी आंसर वुड बी 60 किलोmeters from the owner's house and 1.5 hours from the theft. Now I'll be starting with the 95th question. 12 men work 8 hours per day and require 10 days to build a wall. If 8 men are available, how many hours per day must they work to finish the work in 8 days? So wow, what is the question? It's a unitary method question. First is the men. How many men are there? 12. Now how many hours per day is it there? 8 hours per day. Next, how many days does it require? It requires 10 days. If 8 men are available, how many hours per day, that is X, they must try to finish the work in 8 days. Now what is not given here is the number of hours per day, so it becomes X is equal to 8. If 12 men were working and they work 8 hours a day, 8 men would need to work more hours a day to finish the work. So for more, bigger number above, smaller number below. If I'm trying to finish the work in 10 days, I require 8 hours a day. Now if I need to finish the work in 8 days, I need to work more hours a day. Again, bigger number by smaller number. Let's cancel it. 3 by 2. Now if I cancel it, this would become 3, this would become 2. Answer is 15 days. Moving to the next question that we have here. Two equal amounts were borrowed at 5% and 4%. Say for amount is A and A. One is at 5% and the other is at 4%. The total interest after 4 years. So we put both the amounts for 4 years. So what is my rate of interest in the first case? 5. In the next case, 4. Time is 4. Time is 4. So together, 20% interest from here, 16%. So together, how much interest on the same amount? 36%. Because of this 36%, I make how much money? 405. So 100% would be how much? So X is equal to 405. 36% is 405. So 100 would be more. 100 by 36. We cancel it now by 4. 25 by 9. We cancel it. 9 fours are 36 and then we have 45. So if I multiply 45 into 25, this would come out to be 1125. Right, next question. In a class of 60 boys, there are 45 boys who play chess and 30 boys who play carom. If every boy of the class plays at least one of the two games, then how many play carom only? Now, how many boys are playing chess? 45. How many are playing carom? 30. So together if we add them up, it is 75. But the total number of boys given are 60. So this 15 extra is for the people who play both chess and carom. How many play only carom? Carom people are 30. 15 are playing both. So 30 minus 15, your answer comes out to be 15 for only carom. Next. 10 years before, the ages of mother and her father and her daughter were in the ratio 3:1. In another 10 years from now, the ratio of the ages will be 13:7. What is their present ages? In this case, I like to use options. Say, for example, it's 39 and 21. We go 10 years back, 29 and 11, but the ratio is not 3:1. We take 55 and 25, go 10, 10. We subtract 10, 10 years. 55 minus 10 makes it 45. 25 minus 10 makes it 15. So if I see 45 ratio 15 is 3:1, satisfies our first equation. Next, 55, 25, we add 10. 65 and 35. Now we cancel by 5, 13:7, which again satisfies the question. So the answer is 55 is to 25. Question. X bought 4 bottles of lemon juice and Y bought 1 bottle of orange juice. So X, 4 bottles of lemon juice is equal to Y bought 1 bottle of orange juice. I write it OG for that. Orange juice per bottle costs twice as much as the cost of lemon juice bottle. And orange juice per bottle costs twice as that of this. So orange juice is equal to twice of lemon juice. Now what happens? Z got nothing, but he contributed rupees 50 for his share. So he gave rupees 50. The 3 friends X, Y, Z. Z is paying only 50, which they mixed together and shared the cost equally. If Z's rupees 50 is covered from his share, then what is the cost of 1 bottle of orange juice? That's the question. Now Z pays rupees 50 and his share is
Done. That means everybody is paying rupees 50-50. Right? So one person is everybody's paying 50. Now similarly what happens? Y is just buying one orange juice. His share is compensated by just buying one orange juice. What is the cost of one orange juice? Is rupees 50 itself. A very simple question. 1 second. According to Mr. Now we move to the next one. According to Mr. Sharma's will, half of his property goes to his wife and the rest is equally divided between two of his sons, Ravi and Raj. Some years later, Ravi dies. He leaves half the property to his widow and rest to his brother Raj. Now when Raj dies, he leaves half his property to his widow and remaining to his mother, who is still alive. The mother now owns 88,000 worth of property. Now, first of all, when Mr. Sharma dies, he gives half his share to his wife and half to both sons, Ravi, and half to Raj. Ravi dies, gives half his property again to Raj. And when Raj dies, he gives half of his complete share to his mother, which amounts to be rupees 88,000. Best way to do it is from the option. Say for example, it's 1 lakh. So the mother is getting 50,000. The two brothers are getting 25,000. 25,000, you have 12,500. That will not be the option. So I will just directly go to the option for you. Suppose it's 1,28,000. Mother is getting 64,000. The two brothers are getting 64,000 each. Or we divide between the two brothers, it is 32,000 and 32,000. Now when Ravi dies, he gives 16,000 to his wife, 16,000 to Raj. So now Raj has rupees 48,000. So when he dies, he gives half of the share to his wife and half to his mother. What's half of 48,000? 24,000. Now when we solve it up, we see it comes out to be 88,000, which is fitting the question. So the answer is 1,28,000. Next question. A is thrice as good as a workman as B and takes 10 days less. So A's efficiency is 3, so B's efficiency is 1. If the efficiency is 3:1, the ratio of days would be 1:3. So difference in the number of days is 2 parts, which is equal to 10. So if 2 parts is 10, 1 part is 5 and 3 is 15. So how many days does B take alone? Is 15 days itself. Now for the next question, find the area of the shaded portion. Now it's a square having all sides equal to 4. What's the area of a square? 16. Minus, this is diameter 2, so the radius comes out to be 4, and since there are 4 quadrants, it would make a circle. Similarly, another circle is having a radius 1, so now we have 2 circles. Area of 2 circles, pi r square, the radius is 1, so the answer is 16 minus 2 pi. Okay, let's start. Now, if I see this question, it's a square of dimension 4. These are quadrants having diameter 2, so the radius comes out to be 1. 4 quadrants would make 1 circle. Another circle of radius 1. So it makes 2 circles of radius 1. What is this area of shaded portion? It would be area of square, side square, minus 2, because there are 2 circles having the same radius, pi r square. Radius is 1, so 1 square. So it becomes 16 minus 2 pi. 16 minus 2 into 22 by 7. So it becomes 16 minus 44 by 7. Now we multiply 16 into 7. It would come out to be 16 times 80. We have 96 and we have 112 minus 44 by 7. Now if I do this, this would come out to be 68 by 7. 7 nines are 63 and we have 5 carry forward, so the answer is 95 by 7. Starting with the next question of geometry, in this figure, ABC is an equilateral triangle with each side 30, that means all the sides are 30. Moving ahead, XY is parallel to BC, XY is parallel to BC, XP is parallel to AC, XP is parallel to AC, and similarly, YQ is parallel to AB. Now if XY plus XP plus YQ is equal to 40, then what is the value of PQ? Now together it is 40, this is 20, this is 20, this is 10. Now how do I do it? Because it's parallel, it will be the similar way. If this is 10, this entire thing is 30, so this would also become 10. If this is 10, this would also become 10, and this entire thing would become 30. This would also become 10. Now what is BC? Since equilateral triangle, this is 30. 30 minus 10 would give us PQ, so PQ comes out to be 10. Moving ahead, next question. In this figure, ABR is similar to PQ and R. That means angle A and angle P is same, angle B and angle Q is same, and angle R and angle R is same. If they are similar, how do I write it? The ratio of sides is equal. AB by PQ, it's a similar triangle property. The ratio of sides would be equal. So AB by PQ is equal to BR by QR. The first two, first and last, second and last is equal to AR by PR. Now let's see. If this is, it says this is 3, this is 6, so the ratio of sides would be 1:2. That is, the bigger side, or in my case, since I've written it like that, it would be 2:1. The ratio would be 2:1 because 6:3 is 2:1. Now, he says find QR and AR. Now, correspondingly, BR is 8.2, so QR would be half of 8.2 because it's on this side, so it becomes 4.1. Now, let's talk about AR. If PR is 5.2, AR would be double of it because it's on the other side, the bigger side, so this would become 10.4. So my answer is 4.1 and 10.4. Coming to the next question of geometry again, given in this figure is angle ECD is equal to angle EDC, both being 32. That means this side is equal to this side. Now, what's the sum of a triangle? It's 180 degrees. So 180 minus together 32 plus 32 makes it 180 minus this would make it 116. So this angle comes out to be 116. Now, let's look at the property. He says, find angle CEF and angle COF. If I join this chord, the angles made by the chord at the sector is twice the angle made at the center. If this chord FC makes angle 32 at the circumference, so at the center it will make double the angle, this angle would come out to be 64, which is the angle I need to find. COF comes out to be 64. Now similarly, he says find angle CFE. The entire FD is a straight line. If this angle is 116, this would be 180 minus 116, which is 64. So CEF also comes out to be 64 degrees. Both the angles come out to be 64. Okay, I'll start with another very easy question that I saw here. In the given figure below, the radius of the circle is 6. That means OP and OA both are 6. It's given AT is 4 centimeters. So that means OT is total of 10 centimeters. OP is 6 centimeters. A very simple property is used. The tangent meets the circle at 90 degrees and that to the radius. Touches at one point, meets the circle at 90 degrees. This becomes 90. Now, this is the hypotenuse being 10. This is 6. 10 square is 100. 6 square is 36. 100 minus 36 would make 64. And 64 is square of the number 8. So the PT comes out to be 8 centimeters. Moving to the next question. A train 100 meters long passes a platform which is also 100 meters. Find the speed of the train in kilometers per hour. Now when the train passes the platform, the total distance that it has to pass. Say for example, this is my train. This is the platform it has to pass. It starts from here, ends here. That is the length of the platform plus length of the train. So together the length comes out to be 200 meters. The time is given 10 seconds. So speed is equal to distance upon time, that is 200 upon 10, 20 meters per second. Now that's meters per second because all the units, the length is also in meters and the time is also in seconds. So to make it kilometers per hour, we multiply by 18 by 5. We cancel it, 4, 72 kilometers per hour would be my answer. Moving to the next question. In an examination, 50% of the candidates failed English. Let's make a bracket for this. 50% failed in English. 40% failed in Hindi. This is for Hindi, this is for English. 15% failed in both the subjects. That means we are counting it both this side and that side. 50 plus 40 makes 90. 90% minus 15% would make 75% have failed. Come what may. Out of 100%, if 75% fail, how many are the ones passing? The remaining is 25%. What is the principal amount which earns rupees 210 as compound interest for the second year at 5%? For the second year is something you need to understand, and 5%. So I like to use options there. 2000 ka 5% makes it 100, so it cannot be the answer. It should be closer. If I see 4,000, 5% for the first year is 200. So it seems much closer. That's why I take out 4,000 as the option. 4,000 का 10% होता है 400, 5% इसका आधा हो जाएगा, so it becomes 200, 4,200. 4,200 का 10% is 420. 5% would be half the number, 210. So it becomes 4410. As it said, the question 210 is the interest for the second year. This is a question of simple compound interest. Now we come to the next question. The remainder when 3x cubed minus 2x squared y minus 13xy squared plus 10y cubed is divided by x minus 2y is. It's a question of remainder theorem or factor theorem. X minus 2y is equal to 0, so x comes out to be 2y. What we do is we put the function of x to be equal to 2y in this equation. Now 3x cubed, 2 cubed. 2 cubed is 8, y cubed would become this, so I write it down as 24y cubed. That is 3x cubed is 24y cubed. Next, 2x squared y, x squared. So it becomes 2 into 2 squared is 4, 4 2s are 8, it becomes 8y cubed. Next, 13xy squared. 13 into 2 is 26, it becomes 26y cubed. 10y cubed would remain the same. Now let's add all the numbers up. 24 plus 10, 36. Sorry, 24 plus 10 is 34. 8 and 26 is again 34 with y cubed common, so the answer comes out to be 0.